Let's head to College Station, where there was another classic SEC matchup between Auburn and A&M. It ends 16-10. Aggies get a big win. Auburn really enhanced their roster, but it kind of looks like the same Auburn offense that we saw struggle through last season. Pretty frustrated, I'm sure. I went over to Auburn Sports just to get a glance at the message board. They were pretty frustrated with the Auburn offense, but Texas A&M, they did what they had to do to win, and they hosted several number ones at their position. It wasn't pretty all the time. I mean, you had Marcel Reed and Jackson Arnold both throwing for no touchdowns. Only 207 yards for Marcel Reed, 125 for Jackson Arnold. Jackson Arnold wasn't efficient either. He was 18 of 33. Marcel Reed a little bit better at 15 of 22. But this is just one of those SEC games, Steve, where you just got to come out with a win.
Absolutely. And Texas A&M's defense played fantastic. I think that their offense made big plays when they needed to.
Yeah.
And so the Aggies getting another win, staying undefeated. Look, this was a program that was one win away from playing in the SEC championship last year. They have ambition for much more than that this year, Josh. They're 4-0. They got a win on the road at Notre Dame. Now they just beat Auburn at home. They're in the thick of it for the conference title. And they're in a good spot to ultimately make the college football playoff. And this is a weekend, one of those special home environments, massive crowd, and these recruits on campus felt it. They're in position for some big recruiting wins down the road.
Yeah.
They obviously had some flip targets in town. They did win a recruitment today.
Yeah, they landed a 2027 corner.
Yeah. So they were able to go out and land Hakeem Frampton, who's a corner from Arkansas that they love. He committed to Coach Elko pregame. Talked about the environment being the best and the defense crazy. Said he's thankful to be in this position. They had those elite 2027, several guys ranked number one at their position on campus this weekend.
Absolutely insane. The number of number one players at their position that all decided to visit the same school today. It's crazy.
Well, Texas A&M, they're a well-oiled machine on the recruiting trail led by Derek Miller in that recruiting office. Every weekend, they don't waste the weekend at Texas A&M, whether it was the June weekends where they could bring in official visitors or the game weekends. They always have – it's not a throwaway recruiting weekend where they're doing favors for high school coaches, just bringing in prospects so they can take in a game day. They got guys on campus every weekend that they want to play for the Aggies. So they do a good job of getting top targets to campus, certainly for the big games. They really do a great job of getting those key targets on campus. They have the number 6 class in 2026. They're currently number 9 in 2027, but they're going to have a chance to finish number 1 in 2027. We'll see if they can grab some momentum right now for the number 1 defensive lineman in the country, Jalen Brewster. I talked to his dad on the phone shortly after the game. They're still there, but Texas A&M holding Auburn to 52 yards, rushing yards, and 177 total yards. You know, that was a dominant defensive performance there for the Aggies.
Yeah. Aggies have the number 6 class nationally in 2026, and they're looking to move into the top 5. And there was a prospect on campus this weekend where if they could flip him, they would be top 5. We're talking edge Anthony Tank Jones, committed to Oregon, but it's taken multiple visits to Miami this season, and now he's at Texas A&M. Steve, the Aggies were a real player for him when he committed to Oregon. What are their chances now?
Vols just get it done right now in overtime against Mississippi State, 4-1. Bulldogs 4-1. SEC is exciting right now, and A&M is one of those very exciting programs, undefeated. The investment, the resources being poured into the football team. Mike Elko as the head football coach, what he was able to do at Duke, making them competitive in the ACC. First year at Texas A&M has them on the brink of the SEC title game, going toe-to-toe with Texas in that last game of the season last year. Then they just are recruiting at a high level. Very important for Coach Elko and company. He's involved in the recruiting efforts. Obviously, they're competitive in modern recruiting, but they don't sacrifice old school recruiting. This Texas A&M staff, from the coordinators to the position coaches to the off-field staff, they build real connections with these recruits. This is a terrific off-field staff. It's an army. They just added Pop Cooney to Mason Smith, guys like that, that build great relationships with recruits. The coaching staff does a great job of watching film with these recruits, giving them tips for their games on Friday nights. The coordinators are heavily involved. And then Mike Elko has a relationship. And typically, if it's a modern recruitment, the Aggies can be very competitive on that front. Anthony Tank Jones, they were on him for over 2 years. He's an Oregon commit. He's keeping A&M warm. He's keeping Miami warm. Now, it might be tough to flip him. The Aggies were the runner-up, in my opinion, over Alabama when he committed to Oregon because of the scheme fit, how at home he feels in College Station, relationship with the staff, and then, again, competitive modern recruiting. So they got him back on campus this weekend. We'll see if it gets any more traction than that, but they've always been one of the favorites for Anthony Tank Jones. Another a young man committed elsewhere visiting this weekend was KJ Ford. He's committed to Florida right now. He reached out to Texas A&M, not the other way around. The Aggies have not been recruiting him. We'll see if that changes moving forward, but he is another 2026 prospect that was on campus this weekend that's committed to Florida right now.
Yeah, and I kind of see the Sharks circling around KJ Ford a little bit. I know FSU's a program that reached out to him, so we'll see what transpires here with some of these flip targets. But the Aggies, they get it done, 16-10. Like Steve said, great defense, a lot of great recruits on campus. Aggie fans, talk to us in the comment section below. How are you guys feeling?
We're getting a lot of Aggie reaction right now, Josh. I mean, it's pouring in. Didn't mean to cut you off, but I just, they had Cooper Witten, number one linebacker in the country there. They're battling Tennessee, Oklahoma, Clemson, and Ohio State. They're going to have a good shot to land Cooper Witten. Albert Simeon there, draped with family, number one offensive lineman, number one interior offensive lineman in the country. A&M could be leading that recruitment over LSU or Nebraska. Duvet Williams sent me a picture of him on campus with Frampton, Jalen Hill, and Madden Williams. Jerry Outhouse, the number 9 corner in the country, says Texas A&M and Oklahoma are standing out to him right now, and the recruits are gushing about it. Caden Johnson is a tight end, an Auburn legacy recruit. The Tigers are working to get in on an official visit and flip from Texas A&M. He said it was an electric environment. The stadium was rocking. The energy was high the whole game. The crowd was amazing as usual. Coach Elko and his staff have created a high standard, a winning environment, something that I'm very honored to be a part of. They are getting the right kind of athletes that would keep propelling the program to the top of college football. It's an exciting time in Aggieland. Quarterback commit Helaman Kasuga. He's not surprised by anything. The way they're playing is just confirmation for him. He's playing great as a senior. That was A&M's top quarterback target. He was fantastic at the Elite 11 finals, having a good senior year, a guy that Texas A&M fans should be very excited about.
Absolute thriller. Kyle Field was rocking, and it's not done for this Aggie program. We'll see if they could get some flips. They already got one commitment in the 27 class. We'll see what happens with some of these top 2026 prospects on campus. Aggie fans, talk to us. How you guys feel, and put it in the comment section below.